Yo, so what's up, people? It's my first time doing a Facebook Live. Kind of weird, but I'm gonna try this thing out. So hopefully one day I can figure out how to do it on my computer, but not quite there yet. So guys, yeah, I'm sure some of you follow me on LinkedIn and have seen that I am no longer with Zerto. And am now moving to my father's company to run sales and marketing for him. Digital Architecture is the name. I'll put it in the notes after this, digitalarchitectureinc.com. If you guys want to check it out at all, because I'm going to be, my goal is to really take the company to the next level. My dad's been doing this company for 13 years now and had a lot of success. And, as a lot of you guys know, right, 13 years ago, there wasn't really much of a smart home industry. But over time, it's been really starting to boom more and more. And smart home is everywhere now, right? There's the Amazon Alexa, there's the Nest, there's a whole bunch of other things out there. And I'm really looking forward to the opportunity to come in and really help out. So what I'm doing with this, so the Facebook Live, is I'm pretty much doing like I want to do a daily like vlog. I'm gonna do it for like 10 minutes a day. I got the idea from a buddy of mine, Justin Lindsley. So Justin, if you're watching, you're awesome. He does this thing called coffee chat every morning, 9:30 Central. So I just decided, I'll try at 9:30 Eastern every morning. The time may end up changing out now that I'm starting this new company. We'll figure it out as I go. Haven't quite figured it out yet. Dennis, you got it. Yep, that's the link. So yeah, the time may change. Still figuring it out as I go. May have to do it a little earlier as my morning start a little earlier. Not sure yet. Justin calls his coffee chat. Haven't decided what I'm going to call mine yet. I was thinking maybe iced or hot. This is the spot. Or Hank's World. Play a little. Wayne's World theme song there. As long as somebody said, somebody has to like, there you go. If somebody edits it and put Hank right there, that'd be a good name, like, really start it that way. Thank you, Atikala. I appreciate the congratulations. So yeah, no, just kind of thinking of names, or maybe there may not be a name, and I just kind of do it this way. But yeah, just going to talk about progression, right? As time goes on, especially these first 30 days, what's going on with the company, what's going on with myself, because I'm learning a whole new industry. I've been in technology, enterprise tech, but this is a consumer technology company, so a lot different in the technology I'm going to need to know, things I'm going to need to know how to sell. And over the past few months, I've definitely been doing a lot in terms of learning that. So just to kind of, if anybody else is interested in consumer technology, home automation, smart homes, that kind of stuff, home theaters, some of the podcasts I've been listening to learn are the Internet of Things, podcast, hometech.fm, awesome podcast, the Smart Home Show, another really good show, residentialsystems.com, CE Pro. I'm pretty much just reading that kind of stuff all day, every day, so I can start learning like how people are approaching this business, different ways that we can continue to evolve our business. One thing that really stuck out to me is support contracts, right? I'm coming from a world where support contracts are completely the status quo. Like if everybody gets a support contract, if you buy a software or hardware, anything, you have to put a support contract with it. Whereas in this world, it's now becoming something that people are doing. Not everybody was doing support contracts before. My father's company hasn't historically done support contracts. But we're definitely going to be adding that in. And there's definitely some other things that I'm thinking about in terms of adding in. And as time goes on and they become more ironed out, I'll definitely start to share some of that stuff as well. Also, if you guys follow me on LinkedIn, check it out. Like I wrote a blog post just about like my moving over to this company. So pretty excited about that. I thought it was fairly well written. I had some people look it over, and there weren't that many grammar mistakes, which is not typical of me. I'm not much of a writer, hence why I'm doing like the Facebook Lives, because I'm definitely more of a a talker. I'm more of an orator, or video. I can do videos as well. So that's what you'll get a lot from me. We're gonna do something of that nature for the business. I think that's gonna, instead of doing like blogging like you see a lot of organizations do, we'll probably take more of a video or podcast or something like that approach, because I just think it works to my father and my strength more so than writing. Drinking here my Starbucks. If anybody else got their coffee, give this a like. I cannot go a day without my Starbucks. So hey, I was also wondering, like, anybody who's watching, like, do you know what home automation is? Smart homes. I'm really working on my elevator pitch for what we do, and I haven't talked to my father about it as much yet. I know he probably has like a good little 20-second pitch on what it is. But I also want to make sure that it resonates with people, the average person I'm talking to, because just kind of when I was leaving the organization that I was at, which is Zerto, great disaster recovery software. If anybody's interested, I can connect you with some people. But I was telling them, like, I'm going into a home automation company, and you could watch like some people's eyes glaze over, or say, I'm going to Smarthome, and still like, I don't exactly know what you're selling. Home theaters, they kind of got it. So just trying to figure out a little bit of a better elevator pitch that will help it resonate a lot better with people. So if anybody has any ideas or thoughts on, what is a better way of explaining what it is we're selling, you can check out that link that Dennis put up, and I'll also share it. I'd really appreciate it, because I'm always trying to figure out a better way to kind of explain what I'm doing. Welcome, Justin. Appreciate you joining in, buddy. So that's kind of what's going on the professional front for me. Pretty excited about everything going on there, and with that, I think there's a ton of learning that's going to come from me, right? So I've been in sales for 5 years about now, so know a lot about how to sell things, and I've been doing it in a business to business perspective, but like, I think people are people, right? So I don't think there's too much to learn on the sales aspect. I think there's a lot to learn definitely with the technology that I'm going to be selling, the space that I'm going to be working in, and then also just kind of thinking about being in such a smaller business than like, Zerto's like 500 people almost now, and this is, not anywhere near that. So looking to learn a lot more just about being in a more entrepreneurial space, in a very, very small company that we're going to be looking to grow rapidly. So been like reading a lot. I don't know if you guys have heard of the book Delivering Happiness by Tony Hsieh. He's the founder of Zappos. Amazing book. So I'd highly recommend that to anybody. If you follow me on Snapchat, you've probably already heard me recommend it. Definitely would recommend you guys check that out. Talks a lot about like how they started Zappos, some of the struggles that they went through. And in my opinion, just kind of helps you wrap your head around like some of the struggles that you can kind of have being in such a small business that has like big aspirations, right? And helps you kind of think that there is definitely a way out, and you can end up being the next Zappos, right? So definitely kind of helps you stay focused. Now I'm reading Shoe Dog, which I heard has a very similar story, and Shoe Dog is about the founder of Nike. And essentially it's his memoir, tells his story of how he started Nike, the challenges, tribulations, but the passion that he had behind it and how he kept going, right? And so I'm reading a lot of those kind of books, but also trying to get more tactical information as well as I look into like really starting to get into the marketing in terms of tactical Drift. I don't know if anybody has heard of that. It's a company out here in Boston. They essentially make a chat bot for your website, but they do a lot in terms of content creation. So they write a lot of blogs. They have a podcast called Seeking Wisdom. Awesome places to kind of learn a little more about how they were going to market. I think they've done an excellent job in terms of the marketing from a blogging perspective, having things going viral with their blogs and things like that. Just kind of what you notice from some of their blogs is that they just take a different route or they're not afraid to talk about things that that are less popular in the industry. And from doing that, you get people who, disagree, commenting, sharing, etc. So I think it's important to kind of do a little bit of stuff like that when you're doing something new, and not being afraid to kind of talk about your journey and your opinion. So that, Seeking Wisdom, Ask Gary Vee show, huge Gary Vee fan. So as any of you guys follow me, you know that because I'm always talking about him. So getting some tactical information from there. Tim Ferris show podcast, I'm a big fan of that as well. So just kind of always watching that to kind of just continue to improve myself. And then there's this other company called Hatching, and essentially what they did, what their podcast is just like the journey of their company. Like every once in a while, they don't do it that often. I wish they did it more, but every once in a while they'll hop on with the three co-founders and just talk about like what's been happening in the last like month or week or what have you, and just kind of telling the journey of the organization. And that's kind of how I look at this 30-day vlog or Facebook Live, whatever you want to call it, as my telling you guys the story of what's going on within digital architecture and with me over the next 30 days. And maybe it'll continue to go. Maybe it'll become a weekly. I don't want to overcommit and underdeliver. So my goal here is just to do 30 days, same time, same place for those 30 days, so that you guys can join me. I mean, I really appreciate it. If you do, press the share button, press the like button, comment. I want this to be an engagement if possible. So I appreciate you, Auntie Kyle. I appreciate you, Dennis, and kind of joining in and talking a little bit here as we continue to go. So it'll be 10 minutes, every morning. I think we're about the 10-minute mark here today. So, hey, guys, I appreciate you. Appreciate you following the journey. Have some work to get done today because it's gonna be a journey, and I'm really looking forward to it. So, you guys have a good day, and go get after it.